Morning or afternoon. It's afternoon. I'm going to show you how I make Rocky Roads. And Rocky Roads is one of the easiest, simplest desserts that you can make, and you can personalise it to add your own things in. The recipes do usually say to use dark chocolate, but I don't like it with just dark chocolate. I find it a bit bitter, so I do. There's 200 grams of chocolate in there, and I've got 125 grams of dark chocolate and 75 grams of milk chocolate, and it's just cheap chocolate, just Tesco's, as does any chocolate. 135 grams of butter, 100 grams of mini marshmallows. These are mini marshmallows, the big ones that are about to chop, because I've just been down to my local shop and that's all they had. And I'm going to put some cherries in mine today. I would normally put nuts in, like either Brazil nuts are my favourite or walnuts are nice, but you don't have to put any of that. This is enough. And 200 grams of digestive biscuits. So, and I've got I think that's a 9-inch square thing that I'm going to line. So to line that, just literally that's it. Doesn't matter what it looks like. It's just so your stuff doesn't stick. So to start off with, 200 grams of digestive biscuits, and I've put it in a freezer bag. You just need to bash it. You don't need to bash it a lot, because you can have anything from, I don't know, crumbs to 50p size pieces. There you go, that'll probably do. That didn't take much. These are quite crumbly biscuits, mine. There we are. So that's that done. And I've got my chocolate in there, 135 grams of butter. Just put it all in the pan. Switch my hob on just to medium, and we melt all of this. And it doesn't take long to melt. Just stay over it, don't leave it, because you don't want your chocolate burnt, otherwise that will be bitter. So once that starts melting, it does melt fairly quickly. I just think this is really easy because there's no cooking. I mean, you might call this cooking, but I don't. It's just melting chocolate, really. You could probably do this in the microwave until it's all melted, but I like to do it on the hob. Yeah, it's starting to melt now. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to use dark chocolate at all, but you could just use milk chocolate. But I do like a little bit of dark chocolate in it. I just don't like it all dark chocolate. I'm not a... I did make it with like the branded chocolate, like Dairy Milk and Galaxy once, but I didn't actually like it as much. I think the cheaper chocolate, like the cooking chocolate, actually makes it nicer, and I think it holds its form a little bit better with the cooking chocolate. I think the branded chocolates that aren't made for cooking are a little bit soft once they've hardened back up again. I think they're a bit soft and it doesn't hold its shape as well. So I do prefer the cheap chocolate. I've tried them all. So just stir that until it's all melted. It smells lovely. I could probably just eat that by the spoonful. You also need golden syrup. That's what makes it nice and chewy, a Rocky Road. So approximately 2 to 3 tablespoons. That'll do. And that just gives it that nice chewy texture. just keep stirring it so it doesn't stick. I've only got it on a medium heat. And kind of once it gets like that with lumps in, just a few lumps, you can turn the heat off. Because it'll keep on melting. What I'm going to do, because my hob's an induction hob and it stays hot, I'm going to put it on my chopping board there. So it'll keep on melting, but it'll cool down a little bit as well before we put the other things in. When all your lumps and all your butter's melted, nearly done. There we are. I think it's all done. Yeah. So I would normally leave this to cool just for a little while, just so it's not so hot. But for the purposes of this video, I'm not going to. I'm just going to stick it in. So pour your digestives in. And you can see anything from crumbs to big 50 pieces. Coat them, get your marshmallows in. Just make sure everything is coated well. And then you would put your nuts, your cherries, your dried fruit, anything that you want. And you don't have to have anything in. You could put more marshmallows in if you wanted. You can just leave it as it is. I'm going to have a go with these cherries. They have kind of stuck together there, so we'll probably get one piece with a nice big chunk of cherries in. And as you can see, it's all coated quite well. Can you see that? So that's that. And then the next thing is to put it all in your tray. Spread it out, push it down, push it into the corners. And you can put a few marshmallows on the top just to decorate it a little bit if you want to. Just push it down so it's quite firm. Quite big bits of biscuit there, but that's absolutely fine once all that chocolate and the butter cools. It'll just firm everything up. There we are. And then you would put that in the fridge. A little marshmallows on just to make it look pretty. Put that in the fridge, and then once it's done, chop it up into your Rocky Road slices. Absolutely delicious. One of the easiest and tastiest desserts you can have.